the only chocolate chip muffin recipe you're ever going to need. These are the perfect copycat of one of your favorite Canadian fast food chains. Normally Sunday's a reset day, but being a holiday, Monday is my reset day, so we're making a bunch of things for my kids for the week. We're gonna add 2 cups of all-purpose flour to a bowl, followed by 1 cup of sugar. It sounds like a lot because it is. 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I'm gonna go with a teaspoon of baking soda and about a teaspoon of salt. Now you add as much or as little as you want of chocolate chips. About a cup and a half is perfect. You could always use a cup in here and then sprinkle some chocolate chips on the top before they go in the oven. Totally up to you. I'm adding just over a cup probably. And I think these are actually dark chocolate. Just gonna give that a mix. Normally this is a 2-bowl recipe, but my dishwasher's not here today. So we're gonna try it in 1 bowl and see if it works. See if there's a difference. So we need 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. I always use salted butter and I got 25 blocks from Cisco. We're gonna use it. Wholesome Farms. We also need some buttermilk and we don't have any of that. So we're gonna make some and we need 3/4 of a cup of it. So we're just gonna use regular milk and then add some lemon juice. Just under 3/4 of a cup, and I'm just gonna add maybe like a tablespoon or so of lemon juice. You can also use vinegar, but if you can get yourself on some buttermilk, that works probably the best. Adding our buttermilk to our bowl. Adding 1/3 of a cup of melted butter. 1/4 cup of oil. I'm going to use avocado oil, but vegetable oil and canola oil, if you have to use it, 1/4 cup. Now vanilla is one of my favorite ingredients, and I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. 1/3 of a cup of plain Greek yogurt. And for people that don't like Greek yogurt, you do not taste it in these muffins. You can also use sour cream as a substitute. I'm just gonna use the rest of this. 2 eggs. I'm gonna start with my whisk just for a second here while I get those eggs mixed and that Greek yogurt, but everything else will stick. So now we're gonna go in with something else. Now we're going in and just giving it a nice mix. You don't want to over mix your batter. It's okay to have little bits of flour lumps. Don't over mix it. So it looks like this. I actually like to let my batter sit. So we're gonna let it sit while we preheat that oven to 450 degrees, which usually takes around 10 minutes. I have my Gotham steel pan and I have these really awesome muffin liners I got on Amazon, and I believe they are in my storefront. These muffin liners are definitely a lot bigger than your average ones. So I usually typically get 12 muffins, but you might be able to get more muffins if you use smaller liners. Going to fill these muffin liners about 3/4 of the way full. All right, we are going to put these into the oven at 450 degrees for 6 minutes. The high temp helps them get that muffin top. But while the muffins are still in after that 6 minutes, we're gonna drop the temp to 350 degrees and continue cooking them for about 20 minutes. Baked at 450 degrees for 6 minutes. I left them in the oven and I dropped the temp to 350 degrees and they continued baking for 17 minutes. But everybody's oven is different. They have just come out, but I can already tell you they are going to be perfect. Apparently, I'm already in Facebook jail, so I'm not going to name the restaurant that these are copycats of. Okay. They're so soft. They're not dry at all.